and I am a mod in the Metroid Dread community, as well as a runner of Metroid Dread. I'm joined here today by the absolutely wonderful Emray.
Hi, I'm Emray.
Who you may know from Hollow Knight runs earlier in the marathon that were absolutely phenomenal. Today we're going to be racing Metroid Dread any % no major glitches, which means that all of the glitches that you're going to see are minor. No big deal. One thing that I do want to say before we get started is many of you may know that Metroid Dread recently, the community recently decided to allow turbo controllers in runs. Neither Emray nor I will be using a turbo controller today because we we submitted before that ruling was made, and Emray doesn't use turbo. So I am also not using turbo today. And so every bit of mashing you see is our own physical body power. Emray, are you ready to get started?
Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh boy, there is a lot to talk about in this game right from the get-go. One interesting thing about this game is that Samus does parkour. So if we walk up or down one tile in height, Samus will just vault over it, and jumping is actually a time loss in that case, because in Metroid games, when you jump, you actually lose horizontal speed. So we're gonna parkour up here. We are going to slide off of things that are a little bit more than one tile. This game has these little blobby things that explode. We're gonna be doing some interesting things with those later. Those of you who don't know about this, there's a missile block here. You don't have to slide under that. And now Adam. Adam yaks a lot. So we're just gonna mash through that and move on. Have a little tutorial thing here that's going to teach us how to melee counter. Even though we already know how to melee counter, there is no way to skip this. So we do have to kind of run through that. And then at the top of this room, we are going to be doing our first glitch of the... Oh, wow. Geez. Oh, my gosh. What is happening? We're going to be doing our first glitch of the run, which is a... Oh, my gosh. Please? A pseudo wave. That's what I get for trying to talk through this.
Yeah, so pseudo waves are one of the biggest glitches that we use in NMG runs. I'm currently going for the second one right now. This one is the hardest one in the run. There is no setup for it. We kind of just have to feel it out as we go.
I had a very bad first pseudo.
Oh no.
Got the first shot on the second pseudo, like, no problem, but yeah. This is a very you have to feel it out trick. Oh, second pseudo was not bad.
Nice. I'm still struggling with it. We'll see if I can get it soon. There's not really a way to avoid doing this trick. We do have to do this trick. All right, I just got it. It took a minute,
nice.
But we're both past one of the hardest parts of the run now, so.
So I am fighting our first boss, Corpius, right now. Corpius moves his head around a lot and is a dog. So I'm basically just trying to shove missiles into his face as fast as possible. In this second phase, I have to shoot this little glowy part in his tail to advance to the third phase, but I wanted to put as many missiles as possible in his face first. Here I'm going to intentionally fail a melee counter, so that I have a good opportunity to put a few more missiles. Oh my gosh, wow, that was bad. In his face. Where's your face? Corpius, where's your face?
Okay.
Where's your face, buddy? There we go.
I ended up getting unlucky with the Corpius, and he gave me the floor acid.
Oh no.
Yeah. I got lucky with the missile drop, though. He only needed one more.
Oh no.
That's so funny.
So it sounds like we ended up moving on from Corpius at about the same time. More or less. In the not too distant future, you're actually going to see our routes actually diverge a little bit. Emray and I do very different strats for large portions of this game, including some of the Emmy kills, including the first Emmy kill, where I do what we affectionately refer to as sketchy Emmy. There are 2 sketchy Emmy kills that I do, one for the first Emmy and one for the last one. But I am about to, we are coming up on a skip. So there's a button that you're supposed to stand on to raise water up, to give you a place that you can slide into a tunnel. And you can do a weird little wall jump thing to get past it. We're actually not coming up on that yet. That's later. But that's called Watergate Skip. It is a smallish time save. But before that, we actually are going to see a bigger divergence between us, which is Emray is going to be taking a lower route in this area where she's going to knock out a blobby to release some water. And I am going to instead just do this weird little cloak jump thing to skip that whole water thing. That has a colloquial name in the community. It is not appropriate for stream, but we just call it water skip.
Yeah.
And that was Watergate Skip that I just did.
Oh, wow. You're so much farther ahead than me. Yeah, so one of the things that we kind of agreed upon whenever we first found out that we were going to be running this for Fane Fatales is that I'm going for a lot of the more safe beginner strats. So like if you're new or you want to learn the route, hold on, I'm on Watergate Skip. Okay, second try.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you want to learn the route, I'm showing you a couple of the easier options that you can take, and Sabera is going to be showing a lot of the cooler gamer strats.
Assuming that they work.
Yeah.
Some of them are fairly difficult. I'm going to take an intentional damage boost off this enemy to pick up my very first E-tank. And as we all know, is for estrogen. We know that from Super Metroid. That's... Oh, really? Okay. I'm just having all the trouble in the world in the first real platforming room. Oh, hey, nice little damage boost there. Completely accidental, but I appreciate it. So now that we've gotten our charge beams, and not having charge beam is actually what made Corpius such a big hassle in the first place, because we had no backup when we ran out of missiles. We just had the default amount of missiles. We can go into the lava area in Artaria and start rerouting lava. There's more blobbies. We're not going to be doing anything fancy with these ones except for shooting them. And there's really no fancy tricks as we make our way over to... doing the movement right is a major glitch, unfortunately, so we're not allowed to do that in this category.
That is true.
We're also not allowed to remember where to go. I actually have a big crib sheet for that.
Yeah, I usually have my splits up, but for some reason I chose not to for this run, so if I go the wrong way, that's why.
Oops. There's a lot that happens in this run, and it can be really easy to forget where you are, especially if you're like trying to talk up the run at the same time.
Yeah, it's definitely a Metroid.
Yeah, if you see us do that, that's going to happen. So I've activated the lava flow, so I have to talk to Adam again. Talking to Adam is so boring. Man, you got this long lead-up animation. You got to like jam on the talk button to advance his text, and nobody likes it. And so now this shutter door here is going to open for me, and so Emray is going to be coming the same way through these shutter doors, but we're going to be doing things a little differently. Because we came this the wrong way, the Emmy isn't active here. That did not work. So we actually have to do something a little bit weird. Oh, wow,
Yeah, so what Sabera is doing is called Magus Skip, and it is very, very difficult. I'm going to be doing a different pseudo wave where I have to pause buffer and angle while I'm in the menu. and that allows me to shoot through that. And that's the intended way to come in if you had done it the casual way. But we're going to end up in the same place to activate the ME.
Yeah. Maga skip is a little bit faster because Emray then has to kind of go down and around and then back through the door that I just walked in and out to activate the ME. But that gets us into a place where we can fight the central unit, which is the thing that's going to give us the Omega Stream and the Omega Cannon, Omega Beam, I forget. And now, here's Sketchy Emmy. I'm going to shut up for a minute. Oh, that was good. I think. Yes, all right. So that was Sketchy Emmy. So I actually nicknamed all of the Emmys according to their color. So the first two letters of their color name plus Emmy. So this is White Emmy or Wemmy. We'll also find Gremmy, Yemmy, Blemmy, Pwemmy, and technically Oremmy, but that's a whole other story.
Also, Burmy. We skipped Burmy earlier.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, wait,
Bremy
no.
is the broken Emmy.
We named him Clyde. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, he's Clyde. That's right. Thank you. The broken Emmy is the, like, tutorial Emmy that the game wants you to teach. The very first pseudo wave that we did actually is intended to... Or the purpose of that is skipping that Emmy tutorial. So that's why we do that pseudo. It's not just for looks. Though it does look cool. So Wemmy gives me Spider Magnet, and if you've... Spider Magnet was in Samus Returns, right?
Not really.
Oh, that's right. There was this... It was just the Spider Ball.
Yeah.
So Spider Magnet lets me cling to these glowing blue walls. And that's it. It's absolutely necessary to get into Cataris. It's also going to feature heavily in a skip I'm going to do pretty soon. But first, here's a neat damage boost. There's a moving platform that I'm supposed to take in this area. I'm not going to take that. Instead, I am going to do this. Oh, no. Well, that did not go right at all. All right, well, we're going to go back and take the moving platform then.
Yeah, that damage boost is really, really finicky. I'm not going for it at all.
Yeah, so I made a little bit of a movement mistake at the very beginning after I vaulted over the wall. I did not jump, I slid all the way down, so even though I killed all of the anchovies, or whatever the heck they are, I still missed the timing on it. The last anchovy moved out of the way, out of the position that I needed it to be in for that. Not a big deal, a little bit of a time loss. We're okay, we're moving on. We're moving on with our lives. How are you doing, Emray?
I'm doing okay. Just, listening to the elevator music.
Yeah,
this game has very long loads, which is kind of good as a speedrunner because we can relax a lot during these breaks.
It gives you some time to stretch, too, between mashes.
Yeah. Because this game does have very heavy mashing. You probably saw us both do it in the Emmy room, even though we didn't mention it. Mashing is the optimal DPS whenever you're attacking with your beam. So it is a pretty mash-intensive game.
Yeah, and there's also text mashing with Adam. Though, with any luck, this is the last time that I will talk to Adam in the run. Not so for Emray, but... for me, at least.
Yeah, I'm going to be giving Adam company. Don't worry, chat.
Yeah. So I'm going to be doing a skip in the not too distant future that is called Adam's Save Skip. I'm basically going to be climbing over a column I'm not supposed to climb over. And that is going to skip an Adam conversation. And the game gets very confused when you skip an Adam conversation. And all future Adam conversations just don't happen. Like, the rooms don't lock you in. Just you walk in, the room is dark. You walk out, the room is still dark. Oh, that was close. Not perfect, but...
Heck, I was a little bit late on the elevator skip there.
Yeah, I was a little bit late too. I got the wall jump off of the top instead of the grab, which was not ideal. but not terrible. It's still a little bit faster. Some of these elevator skips are very, very difficult, and you don't save that much time on them, like a handful of seconds at most. We're now going to get introduced to Gremmy. Say hi to Gremmy. Gremmy likes to troll us. That was actually a good Gremmy spawn. Even though it saw me, it is not a big deal. There are really bad spawns that you can get in all of the... Oh no, did you get one?
I got the worst Gremmy spawn.
Oh no.
Oh, heck. Okay. We're doing this, I guess. Got him.
Did you... Nice.
All
Did you nail a counter?
Yeah, I got the second counter.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
awesome.
if you get that Gremmy spawn, there's not really a whole ton you can do other than just hope that it doesn't hit you, and if it does, you actually get the counter.
Yeah, I got a bad Gremmy spawn for Gremmy 2. There's no avoiding that. You either have to wait for it to go by with... oh, what, really? There we go. I got the slide back. Or you have to like phantom cloak and wait for it to go by, or you have to like lure it out of the way and go around. It's really bad spawn position. And Gremmy likes to troll us a lot. There is one called Goomba Stomp Gremmy, where there's a long shaft and it can spawn in a position where you're just like, if you fall down the shaft, you will land on top of it. And if you land on top of it, it is not like a Goomba. It does not die. You have to hope that you land a counter on it.
As a matter of fact, you die.
Yes,
Can you...
usually anyway. Okay, so we are coming up on the Adam skip. So I am actually going to need a little bit of quiet because I use an audio cue to help make this work. So no donations or anything.
All right, good luck.
For just a little bit. First try, holy
What? Oh no, I'm toast. It's over. GG.
Let's go.
I cannot believe I just got that first try in a marathon run. That is nuts.
That is an absurdly difficult skip.
It is. So the melee that I did in midair is both required and frame perfect. And then after that, you have to do a very quick double tap on jump to respin, and then do what's called a buffered wall jump, so that you wall jump off of the wall underneath that slope on the first possible frame. And if anything goes wrong at any point, like you don't hold the jump button for the right amount of time on some of the jumps leading up to it, you do not get it. I cannot, oh my God.
That's nutty.
I'm losing my mind right now.
Yeah, so basically I need to make up about 2.5 minutes throughout the run in just pure movement to keep up with Sabera here, since she got that. I do have slightly better movement, so there is a chance that this race could end up being very, very close by the end. We'll see.
Okay,
I
did not
really
get the elevator skip on this one. That's hot. I'm so... oh, nope. No, thank you. Oh gosh, I cannot. Okay.
So where
I went the wrong way and I got caught.
Sabera doesn't have to do this section because of getting Adam skip, but that was the spot where Goomba Imbi would be, so I didn't get Goomba Imbi, luckily.
Oh, thank God. I'm so glad that you didn't get Goomba Emmy. Yeah, so Adam save skip saves 2.5 minutes over the course of the run, partially because I don't have to run all the way around Cataris to get to the elevator activation point for that column, and partially because I just don't have to talk to Adam for the rest of the run. So that long lead-up animation that I was talking about, it's just not there anymore. So even short Adam conversations are significantly faster for me to just walk past. So I am now popping on an elevator to our next area, Dairon, from Cataris. We need to go to Dairon before we can finish Cataris because we need the wide beam. You may know this better as the Spazer if you've played earlier Metroid games. I think wide beam was introduced in Fusion and preserved here. but I really prefer Space Laser.
Yeah, I like Spacer too. I still call it Spacer.
Yeah. Unfortunately, in this game, there are these things called wide beam blocks. You have to hit them dead on with a fully charged wide beam in order to move them, and they are cursed. They're absolutely cursed, and we'll be seeing some of them in the not too distant future.
At least you will.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, that does save like about a minute or so in Kataris itself before saving the rest of the time from Adam.
Yeah. So Dairon is our little like machine factory. Machine factory. It's a factory. It's full of machines and also lots of weird little bats. I don't know what's up with the bats.
They're green anchovies.
They're not anchovies though. They've got like big wings.
They're big winged anchovies.
Big winged anchovies. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
They're like anchovy rays.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Like a stingray.
So in this section, I have to turn the lights back on to open up a missile cover, which is here. So I had to turn the power on so that I could blow up a door, because if the power was off, I couldn't blow the door up for some reason. Which is just like very interesting facility design, right? Like, why would you do that? But now, equipped with the wide beam, I am actually ready to go back to Cataris and ready to find a central unit and face off against Gremmy, but not before I get introduced to Yemi. So that's Yemi. We'll be seeing Yemi later, but oh no, I got shuttered. I did that melee too early. But the thing about these wide beam blocks is when I say you have to hit them dead on, you really have to hit them dead on. So it's actually very, very easy to shoot a fully charged wide beam at them and have them just like not move, just like act as though only one or two of the beams hit. And that's why wide beam blocks are cursed. Getting a wide beam block to move is a very important part of the sketchy Pwemi kill that I will do at the end of the run. That is Purple Emmy, in case you've forgotten the mnemonic for naming. And so hopefully that goes okay. But for now, we got a little trim. How are you doing over there?
I have just acquired wide beam.
Nice.
Do you think it might be an okay time for donations, or?
Yeah, now's a good time for donations.
Amazing. We have so many. I have a $10 donation from Anonymous. It says, Dread, height. I have a $10 donation from Millhouse. Super hate for this Metroid Dread run. Speedruns are just so much fun to watch, and I enjoy all these GDQ events. Put this towards the Celeste Custom Maps run. Big hugs. Thank you both for those donations. I have a $125 donation from T-Smooth that says, my kitty Gizmo says meow, and my kitty Sophie says meow. Actual quotes. Good luck with Metroid Dread, SaberaMesia, and emray. Thank you so much for your donations. I have a $25 donation for Back to Zach. Great game, great runners, great cause. What more could you want? Thank you so, so much for those donations. Do we have time for a couple more?
Great. Good timing, because I'm just about to fight Gremmy. The quick kill for Gremmy is considerably simpler than the quick kill for Wemmy. Basically, I'm just going to shoot at it through this hole until its faceplate comes off. I did miss a few shots, so it is going to explode on the other side of the wall. It is possible to kill it on the right side of the wall, which is great because then you spawn on the right side of the wall after this animation sequence. I was not planning to kill it on that side of the wall anyway, because if you miss, it's terrifying, and also there's like a 95% chance that you die. But Gremmy very kindly gives us Morph Ball, which we've been waiting for a while. So get your orbs in chat. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit for orbs. Orb! And with this, we're actually now able to access another important staple Metroid power-up. That is right, Joust. Wait, that's not... the Varia suit. There is a hot room down there through that door, but through this little secret passage, there is a teleportal. Oh, wow, that was a weird jump. And this teleportal is going to take me, as the game says, elsewhere. I'll spare you telling. I mean, it tells you that you're going back to Artaria, and you can kind of see on the map where we're going. But the text box in game, which you actually can't see because I mashed right past it, says use the teleportal to travel elsewhere. All of the other movement options in the game, when you get on them, they're like, go to Cataris, go to Artaria, take the elevator, take the tram. Yeah, absolutely. Good. The teleportals just say elsewhere.
Yeah, and I think that that's kind of weird because I also speedrun Samus Returns. It's a game that I love very, very much, and that was Mercury Steam's first attempt at creating a Metroid game. And in that game, the teleporters let you teleport anywhere, so I'm not sure why they decided to take that route instead of just letting us, you know.
I think for this game, it would probably had something to do with routing. Like to make sure that you couldn't just like go random places, because there are large portions of the run or large portions of the game where they like want you to be locked into a specific place. We're rarely locked into the places that they want us to be. It's actually very silly, but I think that was the intent. And later in the game, I don't remember exactly what the queue is for this. The teleportals will let you go anywhere, which is something if you watch 100% runs.
I think the queue is to have gotten all of them.
I don't think so. Oh my god, what just happened there? That was wild Varia movement.
I could be wrong, but that's what I thought it was.
Okay, Varia suit. Lets us do the things that we normally expect to be able to do. Resist heat, take less damage, look, buffer. Buffer, more buff. We're gonna go ahead and take our Varia suit and make our way into the depths of Cataris, which is our hot zone, it's our fire zone for this game. That'll be fun. We're gonna go see some lava.
The trick that I just got there was actually really tight, getting a shot through that little crack to hit that door.
Oh, nice! You got it too.
Oh, you got it too?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was talking about something else at the time, and I was like, I'll worry about it later.
Yeah, there's so many little optimizations.
Yeah, this game is full of tiny little things. Like the smallest possible jump when you're hanging off of a ledge is actually much smaller than you think that it is. And that is what you want, because you want to be on the ground as soon as possible so that you're running instead of jumping. Morphing into morph tunnels instead of grabbing onto them and having Samus automorph into them. Just like lots of little things like that. And it's super great to just like feel like as you continue to learn new tricks and run the game more and more, that some of that movement stuff just kind of becomes additional mastery that you get, and the feeling of like finally being able to get morph jumps into some of these tunnels is really great. All right, so we are coming up on Kraid. Let's see, if you were just doing the tunnel thing, you're still a little behind.
I'm on the teleporter going back to Kraid now.
Okay. So Kraid is gargling at me. I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't like whenever he gargles either.
Gargling is the worst thing that Kraid can do because it is much, much harder to hit him. Now he's phased. In phase 2, he's tall again, because Kraid DLC is always what you want to see. I missed the Super Missile quick kill. Yeah, I run Super Metroid too, so... or I ran Super Metroid. But I was never very good at that quick kill anyway. So now I have to hang on to this elevator while... if I get hit by anything while I'm up here, I fall back down immediately. So I'm really going to try and like load him up with missiles and not get hit by any of these things, including this very large punch that he's about to throw. Whoop. That was exciting. He'll do that a few times, probably. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, oh, nope, he's dead. He was just about to throw his second punch. So right there, I just morphed into that tunnel instead of grabbing the ledge. So with Kraid down, we have access to a fun little upgrade, the diffusion beam. So now whenever I hit something with my charged beam, it's going to spread these little explosions that will pass a little bit of the way through the wall. So I can hit some blobbies that I otherwise wouldn't be able to hit. There are significant limits to how far this goes, but sometimes we are able to transcend those limits with nonsense. But with this, I'm able to hop into a purple teleporter and move on to Dairon again. I'm actually gonna... Emray, I'm gonna load up your screen. So Emray is also on the elevator. So that Kraid counter, that's one of those melee counter sequences. And Emray jumped to avoid activating it. Oh, nice. Good RNG.
Yeah, good RNG at least, so I didn't suffer too much for that mistake. He was one missile away, yet again.
Oh my gosh.
That's the second time this round. That's silly.
Yeah, that is very silly. But we try to avoid activating those counter sequences, actually, because you do less damage in the counter sequences. Kraid actually has a lower damage reduction than other bosses, but he still takes 75 damage instead of 100 damage from each missile you fire during the counter sequence.
One
the
of the
trick that I
benefits,
just did...
though... oh, I'm sorry. You're about to do grapple early stuff?
I just did it.
Okay.
So the trick that I just did involved using a slide to coyote jump in get across places I was not supposed to get. Sorry, you were saying?
Heck. Oh, yeah. One of the reasons that we actually hit the counter without triggering the counter animation is that we actually get huge missile drops. And missiles are very tight whenever you're leaving this, because we have 2 missile doors that we're about to need to hit. And having 0 missiles at the end of Kraid is very bad.
Yeah, there's like a little enemy spawner right outside the missile door, but it doesn't give you guaranteed missile drops.
Yeah.
So you can stand there and like kill like 10 of those enemies all spawning one at a time and not get a missile drop. Yes, absolutely. 1 second.
All right. I got grapple early.
Nice. I just got grapple beam.
Nice.
Oh, geez. Wow. I forgot about that. I actually have to kill that thing first. So grapple lets us move actually really, really quickly through...
Oh no. I think Discord.
I think my
went
Discord
down.
just crashed. Fun times ahead. Hey, are we pausing? Test. Test, test, test. Test. Test, 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 test. Can you hear me?
Ram, harp, bird. Donation from Mago. I love speedrunning Dread, and NMG is my favorite category, so donating during this race is a no-brainer. I'm currently relaxing on my couch with my two furry friends, Tabby and Chester. We wish both runners good luck and no Emmy bullying. Also, thank you, Nichole, for being such a fantastic host. Thank you. Let's see more kitties. Thank you for your donation. I have some fantastic cat donations still. I have $150 from Apothic Mage. Let's get that cat aisle bonus run. Also, shout out to my rescue cat, Tommy. Shout out to Tommy. Hello. You're such a good cat. I have $5 from Dragon Trainer. Just wanted to share the names of my 5 kitties in order: Kitty Pie, Luna, Jasmine, Adama, and Cereal. Thank you so much for that donation. I have a $20 donation from Opaque Dreamer, Orb, Lamp, Honk, Hype Train. That's never happened before. Save the animals. Thank you so much. I have a $10 donation from My Name is Rue. My cat's name was Chloe. She was a sweet little calico who was with me from middle school all the way through college and then some. So happy. She passed peacefully away a few years ago, and although we miss her dearly, she lived many happy years. Here's to the Cat Isle incentive and for all kitties past, present, and future. Less than 3. Chloe sounds like an amazing, sweet little calico. Thank you so much for your donation. I have a $250 donations from players A and B. Loving this dread run already. Great race to both runners. Thank you so much for your donation. And I have a $10 donation from Ellis. There is no comment, but Ellis, thank you so much for that. And with that, we are back from our technical difficulties all set up and ready to go. So we're going to hand it on over back to Emray and Sabera.
All right. Sorry about that little hitch. Hopefully everything is back and on and working now. Emray, are you ready to go again?
Sure am.
All right. I'll count us back in. 3, 2, 1, go. So we are in somewhat different places than we were before. Oh, gosh. We have advanced past early grapple, and we are now trying to turn power on in yet another part of Dairon. And this is going to, lead us to bombs, which, again, surprising that it has taken us this long to get to bombs. But once we get access to those, we have lots of movement power. Bombs are very instrumental in a skip that Emray will be doing later in the run, actually, which you may not think of bombs as a skip tool, or maybe you do because you're familiar with infinite bomb jumps. But either way, they are the bomb.
Ha.
Sorry, I'm always like this. This is just how I am.
It's okay. It's one of the reasons that I love you.
Aw, I love you too.
Yeah, so I'm just getting to bombs now. You might have missed me coming back from early grapple. But otherwise, I think that you might have seen Sabera do the same movement, so...
Yeah, so on the way back, there is actually a fairly tight jump that we need in order to not literally die in a fire. And that it's actually very easy to lose that. And if you fall into the lava coming back on the right-hand side of the room, there is no escape. You should reload from checkpoint because it will be faster. Oops. So now that we have bombs, we can advance our way to Berenia, which is the Meridia of Metroid Dread. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. So there's lots of water there. We don't have gravity suit yet. There's going to be a lot of slogging through what's going to feel like muck and mire. But there is some actually really interesting movement underwater, and there's also going to be a real special surprise in one of the last rooms of this little Berenia visit that we're taking on. But for now, elevator music or tram music. I guess on the trams she's listening to podcasts.
Maybe.
But I feel like that's what you do on public transportation, whereas like in an elevator, you have elevator music.
Do you think Samus is like Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy? She has like her headphones under her suit.
Yeah, but her mixtape is all bird calls. Oh no, I do not have enough health to tank this hit. That was actually very, very bad.
Yeah, I too am kind of low on health and trying to decide currently how I want to approach it. I think I'm going to do this. So right there, I was able to just kill an enemy, which dropped a massive amount of health and ammo. Generally, whenever you counter enemies, they drop a ton of stuff, and that's my backup for whenever I'm low health.
Yeah, that is a good way of going about it. Woo. I'm trying to get in to the left, just past where I went. But in order to do that, we have to first go down and around and grab lovely little item that we're going to be using a lot of in this game, Flash Shift. Oops. And Flash Shift is it's like big instant slides. It uses the same gauge as our cloak, so if you cloak, there's a while before you can Flash Shift because your Aeon gauge has to be full. And Aeon is basically like Chozo magic. That's how I think of it anyway.
Kinda, yeah. It's explained a little bit better, I think, in Samus Returns, whenever they introduce the concept of Aeon powers.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly how they described it, but it's basically Chozo magic. So in this big flooded room here, there are a couple of pseudo waves, and these are going to be the same kind that Emray did when we were trying to get to White Emmy, to Wemmy. And there are pretty consistent setups for them. But because they are pause buffered, they're pretty big time losses if you don't get them first try. That is, I think, the very first time that I've ever gotten them first try on both of them. So, and that allows us to move back into Dairon with Flash Shift, which is what's going to let us confront Yemi.
I'm proud of you, because I know that the pause buffer ones are one of your weaknesses.
Yeah, so there's lots of different ways to pseudo wave. There's the jump pseudo waves that we did at the very beginning of the run. There's these pause buffer ones. And then there's also, if you slide into a wall and then turn around away from the wall and then turn back into the wall, you can also do a pseudo wave that way. It's called a DT slide. DT for double turnaround. And those are the ones that I'm much better at, but you can't DT slide underwater if you don't have gravity suit, and we don't have gravity suit. We're not going to have gravity suit for quite a while, so oh no. No. All right, so that was, as you can see, Flash Shift lets you move distance very quickly. It's also very, very useful in combat. You're gonna see us use it a lot in various fights in kind of like the middle of the run. Oh, whoa, I accidentally paused before the cutscene started. Have you ever done that?
Yes, all the time.
It's terrible. So Yemi is actually another fairly straightforward quick kill. We're basically just going to jump here and point our gun up and blow its faceplate off. There is one thing that's a little bit special about Yemi, which is that we want to kill it in kind of a specific spot so that it falls all the way to the floor where we want to be when we respawn after this cutscene. So I did let it move a little bit forward before I shot it in the face with a big ball of energy so that I would be farther down instead of on platforms that are a little too high. So from here, we now have Speed Booster. Yemi was very, very fast. You may not have seen that much of it, but if you end up getting chased by Yemi, it can be really not fun. But now we get to do something that really is fun. Speed booster movement. Speed booster movement in this game is so much fun. You can just wall jump to your heart's content. It's so good.
Gonna be honest, so one of the reasons I love Samus Returns is because it doesn't have a speed booster, because that's like my Achilles heel with Metroid games, right? But the speed booster is so fun in this game, and it's so easy to control.
Yeah, it is really, really a joy, and they let you do so many cool things with it in this game. There are a lot of speed booster strats for areas that just look really incredible, and they're really, really satisfying to pull off. I do almost none of them because they require a lot of practice and a lot of precision, and in some cases they can get you into fairly difficult situations, especially ones where you boost through Emmy zones, if you don't know how to compensate. But they're very, very fun to learn in the places that we do see them. I highly recommend, if you're thinking about running this game, that you take that into account as a big pro. Beating Emmy and getting Speed Booster gets us access to Ferenia, which is like a Chozo, almost like a temple area. Please, thank you. And here we are going to meet Quiet Robe, who we're not going to see for very long. Quiet Robe's going to get murked by this. Oh no, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, Chozo Robot. The Chozo Robot is going to murk Quiet Robe. You can kind of see Quiet Robe in the background there. And we are going to leverage our Speed Booster to really quickly kill this Chozo Bot. I did have a little bit of a false start on that one, but that's okay. Relatively good fight. Samus, please. More fun Speed Booster tech. Boop. Just using a ball spark and angling diagonal there gets you the tank. Emray actually taught me that one. What hacked you?
I didn't get the speed booster. I like stopped way too soon.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm now past the bot also.
Little more elevator music as we make our way back. Coming to Ferenia actually didn't get us any powers, but it did open a passageway in Berenia, which is something that Quiet Robe tells you during the cutscene where he then gets murked. He also lets you know that one of your space dads, Ravenbeak, is responsible for a lot of what's going on here. Why did I go that way? Remembering where to go is a major glitch.
Yes.
And so there's a big lore drop there. It's a very touching cutscene. We skip it. Oh, boo. So one thing about Flash Shift is that it moves differently on the ground and in the air. So when you see me jumping to use Flash Shift, that's because if you use Flash Shift on the ground, you can actually interrupt each individual shift and move into the second one early, which loses you distance on it. But in the air, you will always travel the full distance of the shift. And so it just kind of buffers that. But you do hang in the air for a little bit afterwards. But then on the other hand, you can cancel that by respinning. So there's a whole lot. There's a lot to the movement of this game. We are now back in Berenia. This area is a lot faster now that we have Flash Shift and Speed Booster. We can just kind of shortcut our way through there. Did not make the jump into the tunnel. Very disappointed. But now this upper area is open, so we're gonna go up in here. We're supposed to fight a boss up here named Dragiga, but we're not gonna.
Yeah, this is no major glitches, not glitchless.
So it turns out that after Dragiga, there is a little blobby that lets you shortcut back, and it's really easy to just pseudo-wave that and move on with your life. So that was a very nice, clean Dragiga skip there. That's where I do the double turnaround slide pseudos. Emray also does buffered pseudos for that, which is... So if you land the DT slides quickly like I did, it's faster, but if you have trouble with them, and you don't get the angles quite right, because you don't have time to set it up beforehand, you can lose time on that with the DTs. I find them easier than the buffered ones, though, for some reason. I'm not really sure why.
They are so much more input intensive, so I think it's that much more impressive that you're good at that specific kind. Like, what I'm doing, I'm just, like, setting something up and unpausing.
You know, buffered stuff is good. I like buffered stuff. I think it's good for precision. It's fun when you can buffer things and get them really consistent. I never know how... Oh my gosh, really? So I'm coming into another Chozobot fight, so I'm actually trying to set up a Shine Spark as I come into the room. There is no place in the room to set up a second Shine Spark. So that first one is the only one that we get. I am a little low on health, otherwise I would be tanking many more hits from this bot. That was a gold Chozobot as opposed to the gray one that we encountered before. So it has more health.
It does what we didn't mention?
What?
Shine Sparks do 50% of health, always.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, so I couldn't have mentioned it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's the situation. That's why Shine Sparking is really good, even if you can just get one.
Yes. That is really great to know. There is actually a boss later in the run that you can get 2 Shine Sparks in on. Oh no. Oh my god. That was very bad. I think I'm actually going to maybe die when I walk out this door because the enemy is jammed in the door.
Please don't die. Dying is slow.
Okay. I died trying to counter it.
Oh no.
That's okay. My checkpoint is at super missiles, so this is not going to send me back that far. But that was very unfortunate. All right, we're just going to ignore you this time. We're not going to try and get any extra health off of you. That was unfortunate, but you know, these things happen sometimes. I'm going to get a bunch of health off of these, so I really should have just taken that. Now with super missiles, we are capable of destroying these green covers, which is great because that lets us get to yet another area of the game. We're going to ride this tram to Ellen. Not Ellen, Elune. Is that like a Warcraft thing?
I'm not sure. I don't play that.
I haven't played Warcraft in a really long time, but I feel like there's some sort of like night elf thing with Elune. Anyway, Elune is where we are going to pick up Plasma Beam finally. You've been wondering, is it here? The answer is yes. Plasma Beam is in the game and it is fantastic. But Elune is not, because, see, it turns out that the X from Fusion are alive and here for some reason. And it's not good. And by coming into Elune, we've let them out. So if somebody asks you who let the X out, woof, 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 the answer is us, unfortunately. That's... I told you I'm always like this. That was... it is possible to actually kind of morph over these things sometimes on the jumps. These little weird, like, Xified black sludge chozos. But it's a little inconsistent. But Plasma Beam lets us destroy these green translucent beam covers. And there's a lot of those doors. There are also purple ones. Those are for wave beam, as you might guess. Oh. Nice. I actually got the flash shift in the room before Silverbird. How badly did that death cost me? Are you also on Chozo Warrior?
I am going into the missile door right now.
You're going into the missile door?
Yeah, to get plasma.
Oh, okay. All right. So these are Chozo warriors. They are they've been consumed by the X, and when you get them down about half their health, they turn into these little worm-like things. And depleting all of their health is not enough to kill them. You also have to do this quick time counter sequence. You have to do 2 counters on them, not just one, which is very confusing to a lot of people the first time that they play. They play through that. And I think we only actually fight 3 of these, but there's a kind of a lot of them in the world. Oh, I lost my speed booster there. That's unfortunate. But they come in 3 flavors. They come in gray, like the one that we just saw. Red. The red guys do more damage, have more health, and have a shield that you can break through a counter. And then Gold Boy. There's only one Gold Boy. You'll see Gold Boy when we get to him. Cutscene.
Cutscene, right. Thank you.
There is a cutscene right after the tram coming back from this where Quiet Robe is possessed by an X and he comes back to life. One of the things that he did when we were in Ferenia before he got murked was he turned off all the Emmys for us. Oh, shoot. I did not do that correctly. But now they're back on because X Quiet Robe turned them back on. So now Blemmy is active, which is bad for us because Blemmy can freeze us by looking at us, which is not something you ever want to have happen to you. And Blemmy has the power of ice missiles. And we're supposed to have something called spin boost to get through this water segment, but we have the power of a minor glitch called water bomb jumps, which let you gain height off of bomb jumping where you're not supposed to, basically. And so we're basically able to make it that way. Fun fact, Shine Sparks break the shell of central units immediately. Blemmy was nice to me in terms of his spawn. He can spawn right by the drop there, which means that you basically get frozen as soon as you fall. It's terrible. It's the worst spawn.
No, not like this. Oh, okay, that's gonna cost me a lot of time.
What happened?
My grapple didn't come out. I was holding the left trigger, but it just didn't happen.
Oh no.
To get the skip. And I think that I have a worse Emmy spawn this time too. I sure do. Oh no, this is bad.
Oh, marathon luck.
Yeah, I really needed to get some better RNG here too. That's okay. I have better Emmy luck this time.
That's good. Ooh.
Yeah, Emmy luck is one of the big deciding factors in races like this for this game.
Yeah, especially like with Atom Skip, Emray and I are generally pretty close. Like the 2 races that we've had where I've gotten it, we've finished very, very close to each other. I won one and she won one. So it was basically a coin toss, but some of that stuff really does come down to just the RNG aspect of things. And some of it comes down to controller RNG. Which is my term for when you can't do the controller right.
Understandable.
Because it does sometimes
come up soon, actually.
Yeah. So I'm actually about to take a tram back into Ferenia, and Emray is going to be following not too far behind me, and we are both going to be doing different tricks to get space jump early. I am going to be doing a pseudo wave that depends on what frame a particular enemy in the room is on when I fire my beam, and Emray is going to be going around and doing some very interesting bomb jumps. The pseudo is technically faster if you get it correct, but it is extremely precise. And you have a limited number of tries at it. If you do enough damage to kill the enemy, you either have to go do the bomb jump strat or you have to reload from checkpoint, which is slow. Nobody likes to reload, but good luck me.
I believe in you. These 3 segments coming up, by the way, are generally considered the hardest segments in the run. There's a lot that can go wrong. So honestly, if we could maybe get some donations in and give us a little bit of time to focus.
Absolutely, I have got plenty. I have a $25 donation from MacMog. Why does a science robot have indestructible super armor, an armor-piercing murder weapon, and the ability to crash Discord and the stream? Maybe we should, not build those. Thank you so much for your donation. I have a $25 donation from Nick O. Fun fact, I have 2 cats, Big Boy Orange named Ahab in Amsterdam. Does anyone know what I would name a 3rd cat if I ever got one? That's right, Joust. Thank you. Thank you.
What is with the Joust memes?
I love it so much.
It's so good.
Did you get it, by the way?
I did. It took me a while. I think that was probably... the last hit actually did kill that fire spitter, so I was on the brink.
So as a heads up, I have been very, very struggling with this trick coming up, but it is really cool if I can get it. It is significantly more difficult than the pseudo wave. I'm not sure why I put this on myself to show this off, but hopefully I can get it relatively quickly. If I don't, it's fine.
I believe in you. I just want you to know that.
Oh, first try. Let's
Nice.
go. Okay,
Let's
beautiful.
go.
I almost messed it up, but I saved it.
Very
Wow.
nice. So y'all should have heard Emray in the green room before we came on for this. It was like, in the time that we've been here, I've landed this once. In the time that we've been here, I've landed this twice.
It was like 15 minutes at that point.
Yeah,
I was so scared.
I believed in you, and you did it.
Thank you.
Yeah. There's this, for whatever reason, whenever Emray counts us in, disaster strikes, and whenever I count us in, we both have like a certain amount of good luck. It's not like perfect or anything like that, but there is a trend. So that was, we had specifically planned for me to count us in.
Yeah,
for that reason.
I've been letting Sabera talk a whole lot just to not like jinx it for us. Oh, wait. There we go.
Yeah, so I do apologize to all of the folks in chat that you are mostly hearing me for this run, but that is kind of by design. So now we have kind of a weird run from space jump to screw attack. We're not supposed to be able to get screw attack without gravity suit. Again, quirks of the physics system allow us to do things that we should not be able to do. But we're going to be taking several teleporters, and so there's going to be loads in various segments of this. Well, actually, all of this is in Artaria, but it's a fairly long run. So if we have more donations, it's still a good time to read them.
Awesome, we sure do. I have a $100 anonymous donation. There is no comment, but thank you so much. We are at 5,451 out of 10,000 for the Cat Isle bonus run. I have a $25 donation from Jay Yeen, sure to be an exciting race between excellent runners. Extra 25 if either runner gets the early space jump pseudo wave on the first try. Thank you for your donation.
I did not successfully get it on the first try. I'm so sorry.
Well, that's okay. There was that other skip, though, that I'm still just in awe from earlier.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
This has been really, like, I haven't played this game, so watching you both run this, and especially getting to see two kind of different methods of speedrunning it is absolutely phenomenal. You both are doing amazing.
Thank you.
Okay. Nice, first try. So
Nice.
Basically, the physics of space jumping near a corner are a little bit weird. So you're not supposed to be able to gain height underwater, but oh no. I think I got the glitch.
Oh no.
Yeah, I maybe borked.
What do you have to do in this situation?
I have to reload from checkpoint.
Oh no.
I'm gonna give it one more shot. Oh, nope, I was not borked. I managed to get it.
Nice.
Okay, so that water bomb jump, I have encountered a glitch before where you get a state known as gravity ball, and you just can't gain the height that you need to get out of there. So I was worried that I had gotten stuck there because resetting that state in the water is actually, I don't know if it's even possible. I have never done it successfully.
Having a little bit of trouble with that. Water bomb jump there. But
yeah.
I'm okay. I have acquired the screw attack.
Nice. I am just going to the plasma door to do the... so another weird morph pseudo wave there lets us get that flipper from the wrong side, which lets us get out of there quite a bit faster than we otherwise would be able to. So now we're going to be taking several more teleportals. And the screw attack was the second to last really hard split, but we're actually going to be taking 3 different teleportals now to get to Gravity Suit. So again, great time for more donations. You can just read them out for a while.
Well, heck yeah. All right, I have $25 from Tay, no comment, thank you very much. $25 from Nintendo PC, another no comment, but thank you so much for your donation. I have Alder with $50, let's go Emray, and let's go Malala Fund. Thank you very much for your donation. Both our runners are doing amazingly. I have a $125 anonymous donation with no comment, but thank you very, very much. And a $50 and a $20 anonymous donation, both with no comment. Super, super appreciate it. Again, all funds are going to Malala Fund. Malala Fund is working for a world where all girls can learn and lead. Malala Fund advocates for resources and policy changes needed to give all girls a secondary education, invests in local education leaders, and amplifies the voices of girls fighting for change. Learn more at malala.org.
I actually want to take a real quick moment to point out, at the point at which we've done early screw attack, Emray's atoms are now disabled for the rest of the run as well. And because Emray is hot on my heels, right, that entire 2.5 minute lead that I had from Atom Skip is gone.
Yeah, this is real pace now. We're as close as we are is how close we actually are.
Yes. So this is going to be a nail biter. I'm very, very excited.
Same. I'm really glad that you got Atom Skip first try, because this is going to be a fantastic race.
Yeah, we're moving up to the last teleportal on our way to the Gravity Suit segment, which is the last kind of really hard split. In terms of just like movement tech that we need to do to sequence break. We're going to be taking one more teleportal. And so we have probably time for 2 more donations while we load.
Sure thing. I have a $25 donation from Kairal, no comment, thank you. And a $30 and $25 donation from Anonymous. Thank you both so much.
Great. So this teleportal room is pretty weirdly locked. We're supposed to go down and around kind of a long way, but there's this little bomb tunnel here that leads us into an area that we can get through with Speed Booster. First try, nice. Let's go.
Nice. Right, I'm just getting there, so wish me luck.
Yeah, good luck. And that lets us backdoor our way into this little area right here, which is where we're going to get Gravity Suit. I do have to detonate a few blobbies. and drop this down.
All right, I also got it first try.
Nice.
Okay, we can relax a little bit.
Yeah. And gravity suit. Et voila. So now we have to go fight 2 gold Chozo bots at the same time. It's not good. But we do have to do it. So we are I'm actually gonna take a bunch of health off of these to make sure that I'm full for this. We are also going to pick up our last missile pack of the run.
Nice.
Nice. And oh no, why did you get out of position like that? I didn't want you to be there. Okay. Why are you doing this to me? Screw attack is actually very powerful against these things. Mashing is very effective against them compared to screw attack if you have both of them lined up. But getting them lined up is actually not super easy. That was not a bad fight overall. Could have been faster, but, you know, not terrible.
I've decided to go with the screw attack fight because my lineup did not work out for me, and I was concerned about my health, and I would rather just, you know, survive.
Yeah, dying is slow.
Yeah.
As we've already established.
It sure is.
What happened?
I'm trying very hard not to die is what happened.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I've never come that close like that without dying before.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad that you didn't die.
Yeah, okay, so that was a fight. My health is a little bit scary, but luckily we are about to do a boss, and there is a boss door, and boss doors drop a lot of health, so.
Yes, that is true. I did not get the Shine Spark on the way up to that correctly at all. Please, thank you. So we're coming up on Golzuna. Golzuna is terrible and has an awful quick kill strat that involves landing 2 Shine Sparks. I did not get it.
Oh.
3, 4, 5. If we don't do that, then I need to hit him with 18 missiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And also not get died. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. It is also possible to kill Golzuna's Core X with a Shine Spark if you get it set up, but I didn't have a good setup for it, so I did not go for the Shine Spark on that. Getting the second Shine Spark after you hit Golzuna with the first Shine Spark is really, really tight, and it's very easy to just get hit by him and knocked back into the door. And now we have to do terrible things with cross bombs.
Yeah, I don't go for that kill at all. It's a precise turnaround that you have to do, and I just don't understand it, so.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. I mean, I've gotten it like twice in my entire life, so
yeah.
I'm not surprised I didn't get it. Cross bombs give us access to Hanubia. One thing that you may have noticed about the areas in this game is that they all start with a different letter of the alphabet, and they run all the way A through I by the end of it. So Hanubia is not actually the last area of the game. Does sort of feel like the lead up to it, though, because it is. Sorry, Emery, you were about to say something?
I don't think I remember if I was.
Oh, all right.
It's fine.
Hanubia is where we are going to find our last Emmy, Oremi. But the thing about Oremi is we don't fight it. Because Oremi gets murked by the red Chozo warrior.
You're
here.
right, we don't fight it, we drink it.
Yeah, we take a big sippy.
Yeah.
We actually take 2 big sippies in a row. because we sip on the red warrior and then we sip on the Emmy. But before we do that, we actually have to go back to Ferenia because there's a couple of things that we forgot. We've been to Ferenia twice now, and we still need to make another shopping trip. There are two things that we don't have in Ferenia yet. One of them is storm missiles, which are pretty neat. They can lock onto multiple targets at once, and they're required to unlock a couple of gates. And the other is wave beam, which we will be getting from the purple Emmy. And since we have gravity suit, this is a case of purple versus purple. We're going to find out who wore it better.
Samus, obviously. Look at that
Yeah,
suit.
it's Samus.
Beautiful. Actually, probably the best gravity suit in the series so far.
Yeah, the suit design in this game is phenomenal. I'm going for the speed boost strat here. I hope I don't die. Oh, I would have died. So I'm glad I actually missed it. Please, Samus. This whole area is like a big labyrinth of in and out of Emmy zones. Because purple Emmy is the wave beam Emmy, it can see you through walls, and it can shoot electrical stuff at you, and paralyze you in kind of the same way that Blemmy can freeze you.
Oh, please let me out. I got unlucky and got seen like in the door, but it was like at a point where it can't get me, so I was just stuck. It's funny when that happens.
Okay. All right. So this is SQ. It's a bug. SQ, we can shine spark it once coming from outside the room, and then screw attack actually makes the rest of the fight kind of trivial. There is not room to do a second shine spark in SQ's room. Funny fact about SQ, I once got a screw attack against it against the wall so that the Core X spawned right at the edge of the room. And my very first screw attack against the Core X knocked it out of the room. And because there was a wall in the way, the Core X could not come back in the room, and I was soft locked.
I had just raided you whenever that happened.
Yes,
it was after we found out we would be doing this, and it was the funniest thing.
It was really hilarious. I'm very careful about where I shine spark that now, or not shine spark it, screw attack it.
Yeah. There's also a couple of places where the game can crash, so we have to be kind of careful about screw attacking those in general.
Yeah, we have safety saves for it. If something bad had happened, we would have just reloaded from that. But another 2-bot fight. Oh, no! Okay, good. Wow, I almost lost my shine spark there. That would have been bad. Please die. There we go. And you can die too. All right. With storm missiles in tow, we are able to get to where we need to go to fight Pwemi. And as I mentioned, I do a very sketchy Pwemi kill as well. So hopefully that goes well. Or if you're emray, hopefully that goes poorly.
We got to keep it close. You gained a little bit of ground.
Yeah, getting these storm missile gates open quickly is actually kind of a hassle, because you need to make sure that you get all of the lock-ons, and that can actually be kind of difficult. But we are through. We are going to shine spark one more central unit. So that breaks the armor immediately. And then fun fact, screw attack kills the central unit immediately. Electricity and brains, I guess, don't go well together. Who would have guessed?
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, Screw Attack is basically like a blender, so.
Yeah. Brains are not that good at that sort of thing. All right, so I do have to lower this raft thing and go through this little bomb tunnel, but I'm not going to be able to explain this while I'm doing it, so sorry. I think I got it.
You're on fire. Holy heck.
If I didn't get it, I'm dead. Whoop. Oh, I totally got it.
Nice.
That is not the sketchiest Poemi kill. There's a sketchier Poemi kill that B-Dog came up with, I believe, that kills the purple Emmy in the very first chamber of this room. I have tried it several times. I have only ever landed it once. It is terrifying. No thanks. Now we get Wave Beam. And now we have to go back to Hanubia. So do you want to read a few donations? Well, Emery, I assume that you're...
Sure.
Yeah, I'm fighting Plummy.
Okay.
Awesome. I have a $200 donation from Anonymous. What an excellent run. Go Emray, go Sabera, go Samus. Thank you so much for your donation. That puts us at 5,651 out of 10,004 Cat Isle bonus run. We only need $4,349 to get more GDQ, more Cat Isle, more Celeste. Amazing times. Thank you so much for your donation.
Thank you very much, everybody. It has been absolutely wonderful seeing the outpouring of support. Oh my God, my voice is so tired. I'm so sorry.
I mean, I could maybe help a little. Yeah, so we are nearing the end of the run anyway. We have a couple of boss fights coming up. Like Sabera was saying, we're not actually going to get to fight Aremi. Instead, she's going to be approaching the next boss fight, which is the red and silver, or red and white Chozo warrior. And it's the first one that we actually get to encounter with a shield. It's not the first one that you would encounter with a shield normally in casual play. So we'll see how that goes for her.
Yeah. So this is Red Boy. Unless he gives me a counter, his shield is going to be forever. Oh no, I missed the counter.
No.
I did it too early. Oh, he gave me a second one. All right, we're good.
Redemption. I love whenever the game like gives you a second chance at life.
His spits do massive damage, so it's very important that I not get hit. I am playing this a little bit safe. Oh, all right. So this is Little Sippy. Boom.
Oh, heck.
What happened?
The exact same thing that happened to you, apparently.
Oh my God. And this is Big Sippy. And this is going to give us power bombs. God, this is going to come down to the dad fight, isn't it?
Probably. Dad RNG is probably our last big make or break.
Yeah. Unless one of us dies on Gold Boy.
Oh, don't say that.
Oh, sorry.
Gold Boy is actually very scary at the health level that we have. I have 3 E-tanks. I don't know how many you pick up in the run.
Oh, I still get 4, so...
Okay, you're a little safer than me.
Yeah, Gold Boy is... Oh.
Yeah,
I actually
walking into Gold Boy, just contact damage does an entire E-tank of damage.
Yeah, it's very scary.
Very scary.
Wait. I did something wrong here. Okay, there we go. There's my power bombs.
Oh my goodness, go in the hole, Samus.
Relatable content.
I can't believe this is the first time we've said that this run.
Yeah, I've definitely said things that are adjacent to that, but okay, Gold Boy fight.
Good luck.
Gold Boy's shield comes out immediately, so there's no reprieve. So Gold Boy's shield does not break when you counter it. Gold Boy's shield breaks if you grapple pull it. I did not know that on my first playthrough, and just brute forced it. Fun fact, when they're doing that like scream that turns them into the worm phase, they're completely invincible. So there's no point in shooting at them during that time. You can use that time to get a charge beam ready for when they move on to the next phase. All right, and that's Gold Boy. Well, hold on a second. Okay, that's Gold Boy. Ow. All right, I'm ready to be done with mashing forever.
All right, I am also done with Gold Boy. We're doing the big step right now.
Okay, I'm just getting on. I just pressure plated the elevator, so I'm like barely ahead of emray right now. Everything is going to come down to movement in Itorash, which is our last area. That's our letter I, and dad fight and the escape. Emray has a way better escape than I do, by the way. But this is like the very last fragment of the run. There are no enemies in Itorash. It is just the run to the final boss. And Dad is Dad. So we call him Dad because Ravenbeak is the provider of some of the Chozo DNA that Samus has in her. She has both Mawkin and... What was the other tribe?
I don't remember. I'm a speedrunner. I don't know lore.
Yeah. It turns out that Adam was Ravenbeak all along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't Tekken me. Oh. So Ravenbeak has this shield that does... that takes 4,000 damage before he'll do a forced counter sequence. And after that, it will turn gold and you can't force anything else out of him. So we set him up with 9 missiles. Whoa, I did that wrong. I think I only set him up with 8. We wait for him to do one of his random counters, get some damage in, and then force the second counter to get him into phase 2 as quickly as possible. Beam does way more damage to him in phase 1 than missiles do, and you can only damage him during the counter sequences in phase 1. I need to not talk now, though. Nope.
Oh, heck.
What happened?
I messed up the dash
Oh, no.
aim thing on one of these, but it's fine. I got a bunch of them already. All right, come on.
Ooh.
Switch. There we go.
If he hits you with one of those like close counter melees, he does a combo, and it's very, very, very unpleasant. Oh, jeez. I had to morph to avoid one of his things. Come on. Come on. Die. Thank you. All right, that's Dad. How you doing?
I am finishing up Dad now.
Wow.
Any second now. There we go.
Okay, so now we have this very weird sequence where Dad is merged with Kraid from the X. And there's a weird little property of this where I'm gonna like charge up my beam and just fire it for like a second and then wait till he gets to a specific spot and then start firing my beam again, because it only cares that you're firing the beam at a very specific point in this animation. It does not care, like there's no damage, no actual damage meter. And that initiates the escape. Emray's escape is better than mine, so this is going to be real close.
Yeah.
This is super nail biter.
Time is going to be at the moment that we lose control, so that Tat can be ready, because we might not be able to call it fast enough.
Yeah, there's going to be a cutscene basically where Samus starts to enter her ship, and that's time. Oh no, really? Come on, go, 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 go. I'm sparkballing there to save an animation. Also, we don't have flash shift anymore. That is not a thing that exists anymore. I didn't get the speed keep.
I did a different version of that where you screw attack past the trigger for the special cutscene.
Time.
Oh my god, this is so close. Time.
Oh my god.
We were so close.
That was amazing.
Such a good race.
Oh, GG.
GG.
Thank you everyone so much for letting us bring this to you. Do we have the final times from the timer? Can somebody tell us what our race times were? Okay. Because I would love to know. My heart is pounding right now.
Same.
Yeah, I'll have that in just a second. Sabera 129.47, Emray 129.56.
Wait,
Wow.
Oh
That was
no,
a
it's
PB
not a
for you,
valid run
wasn't
because
it?
it's multi-segment.
Yeah.
That would have been a PB for me.
That's a huge PB, yeah.
Oh
that's
my
like
gosh.
a minute slower than my PB, a minute and a half slower than my PB.
That was so good. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Emray. Emray was the one who came to me and was like, "Hey, do you want to submit Dread as a race?" And I was like, I've never been more honored in my life. So thank you.
Yeah, this was also my first race for any marathon ever, and I'm glad that it was against you, and it was with, one of my favorite series ever. This is a really, really cool speed game. Like I showed and Sabera showed, there's a lot of different ways of approaching the route. So if you're interested, there is a huge community that you can join and learn some of the tech and such.
Yeah, we'll even teach you Atom Skip.
Yeah.
Your hand will hurt after you learn it, but it's fun. Yeah, and thank you. Big shout out to the Dread community who has been really supportive and put in a lot of donations toward getting the incentive in or the milestone met, and for just like generally being a fantastic community. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, GDQ and Frame Fatales. And yeah, we have more tomorrow. So keep on watching.
Well, thank you both so much for that run. That was really, really fun to watch. And as a reminder, chat, we are at 5,651 out of 10,000 raised for Celeste Custom Maps Cat Isle bonus run. Can we get that met? I think we can. More Celeste, more GDQ. Cat Isle, Cat Isle, Cat Isle. Need I say more? I have a $25 donation from Jayeen. There is no comment, but Jayeen, thank you so much for your donation. I also have a $25 donation from KR3Z. Again, no comment. Thank you very, very much. And I have another $25 donation from Vulcan146. Thank you very much for your donation. And I have a $25 donation from Surreptitious Sneak. Thank you very, very, very much. And chat, it has been an amazing day full of speedruns and fun, and I cannot wait for tomorrow for us all to have it happen again. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It really does mean a lot. You know, we are able to do these because of you. Frostbite Tales and other hotfix events and shows are brought to you by viewers like you. Your subscriptions and bits help keep the channel running for these fun events, including shows One and Doneathon, Unapologetically Black and Fast, Time Capsule, Mercy Kill, Tina's RPG show, I guess, Legally Cute, and more. So thank you very, very much. And if you want to hang tight, we will be rating someone if you want to see more speedruns tonight. And we will be live again tomorrow for the final day at 2 p.m. Eastern. So I hope to see you all there. I'm extremely excited for it. We've got a lot more great runs lined up. So I hope to see you all there. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or night.